Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy, in print and on the web, and RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
CatholicUnderground.com, the podcast about our Catholic faith and new media.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic News Roundup. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Catholic organizations endorse population control. The American Life League, or ALL, has called out Catholic social justice organizations for supporting anti-life policy. The organizations, which include Catholic Charities and Catholic Relief Services, among others, have publicly endorsed pro-death Columbia professor Jeffrey Sachs' book, The End of Poverty, which claims population control as the answer to the world's poverty problems. The USCCB has sponsored large conferences led by Sachs, and the president of Catholic Relief Services has even called his book a, quote, positive force for the cause of development. The American Life League will issue a report on social justice funds going to anti-Catholic organizations, but in the meantime, you can watch a briefing of the whole story by clicking the link right over here. Homosexual activists backing Barack. Support from homosexual activists is essential to Obama if he is to survive in the upcoming 2012 election, and he is doing everything he can to build more. While Obama has lost a tremendous amount of left-leaning wealthy supporters, a surge of legislative activity endorsing homosexual politics, including the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, has turned the tide for him in that camp. Obama's plans to capitalize on the enthusiasm of same-sex supporters is made clear by the 15 gay men now on his finance committee, compared to only one present in 2008. The Democratic National Committee will hold a political fundraising June event specifically designed to attract homosexuals in New York City, and many are expected to attend. Obama steals Conscience Clause rights. Healthcare professionals will now be forced to administer so-called emergency contraception that can cause abortions. The change to the Conscience Clause comes after the Obama administration's February court appeal to change conscience protection regulations for healthcare professionals put in place by the Bush administration. Pro-abortion Catholic and director of the Department of Health and Human Services, Kathleen Sebelius, supports the suppression of Conscience Clause rights as well as unfettered abortion access. The ruling not only contradicts natural law, but also new polling data that says 77% of American adults believe it is important that, quote, healthcare professionals in America are not forced to participate in procedures and practices to which they have moral objections. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by PewSitter.com, your online Catholic newspaper for the third millennium, CatholicMediaCoalition.org, in line with the Church, online with the world.
And TheAmericanCatholic.com, politics and culture from a Catholic perspective.
Indiana defunds Planned Parenthood. Indiana has become the first state in America to block all funding of Planned Parenthood. Governor Mitch Daniels signed a measure yesterday that blocks public funding from all organizations that perform abortions, which deprives Planned Parenthood of over $3 million of state and federal funding. The signing of the new law comes after concerns that Daniels would not honor his promise to put the bill into effect since he aspires to run for president in 2012. Planned Parenthood has promised to file an injunction in federal court to delay the new resolution from going into effect as long as possible. Ordinariate embraces new deacons. A dozen Anglican priests have been ordained deacons as they continue their journey into the fold of Catholicism. The new deacons are part of a group of 50 Anglican clergy that will begin their conversion process over the Easter season, fully becoming Catholic priests over Pentecost later this year. This rapid conversion process will allow the clergy to continue administering to members of their own congregations who are also converting to the faith, all made possible by the Anglican Ordinariate established by Pope Benedict XVI. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. And be sure to check out The Vortex today, where Michael will discuss saving souls. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tell all your friends about us. And as always, God bless.